In the meantime, unless government at all levels in Nigeria encourages proper inclusion of citizens in policy formulation and program implementation, the challenges confronting the nation will subsist. This was part of comments at a public presentation of the Leadership Approval Rating Report on Citizens' Perception of Leadership and Governance Survey organized by Human and Environmental Development Agenda HEDA, held on Thursday. In his address, the chairman of HEDA, Olariwaju Saruju, opined that majority of Nigerians are isolated from governance and excluded in decision-making process. He noted that the COVID-19 pandemic has exposed the weak capacity of the government to understand and respond to the needs of Nigerians. Now, while highlighting the reasons for the survey, which was conducted in August, Saruju said the #EndSARS has practically demonstrated and confirmed the citizens' lack of trust in government.
Response of the federal government to the pandemic in particular and citizens' demands in general. It was conducted to also measure the trust of citizens in the government and measure the values, credibility, currency of the government with the citizens. The outcomes will surely strengthen public participation in democratic process and provide a challenge in measuring the level of government's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The refusal of protesters to return home and abandon the protest, which is fast gaining momentum across the country in such an unprecedented manner, despite the assurances of government's commitment to their demands and the disbandment of the Federal Anti-Robbery Squad, is a resounding testimony to lack of trust in government or promises of.
Presenting the technical report on methodology and findings on the survey, Babajide Ogunsowo said only 17% of respondents reported that the federal government has either fairly well or very well handled the COVID-19 pandemic in Nigeria. Now, also one of the conveners, Suleiman Aribagu, underscored the need for government to always listen and respond swiftly to the aspirations of Nigerians.
A dearth of measurements. The government is interested in measuring some other things, and there are several more things that are not being measured. So inflation is being measured. The growth of the economy using the popular GDP is being measured. But is the government measuring its approval rating? If the government had been measuring its approval rating, what is happening today wouldn't come as a surprise. Is the government measuring the satisfaction of citizens? No, it isn't.
Some people have been complaining that, oh, this protest has become, they have no leader. Who is going to stop this? And I say, okay, there have been protests in this country in the last 30 years. There have been visible leaders, known leaders, trusted leaders. What has happened? Nothing. So you now have a situation where you're having a protest that seems, in quote, not to have a leadership that you can either intimidate or negotiate with. And then so when government fail to listen, you can expect disruptions the likes of which we are having.